I got Armstrong ready when you're ready, if you're ready.
Yeah, bring him up to the camera, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's cause number 713-919, State of Texas versus Brandon Lopez. You are not Brandon Lopez, obviously. You're Brandon Armstrong, right?
Yes, sir.
Kareem, this needs to be changed, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, there's a few places where he's listed as Brandon Lopez, not Armstrong. All right, Mr. Armstrong, good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, sir.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. You can lower your hand. Mr. Armstrong, is it all right with you that we proceed by video conference?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Armstrong, you are charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention. That's a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Armstrong, you have several legal rights at this time, sir. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case. Mr. Armstrong, what that means, sir, is you could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During that proceeding, Mr. Armstrong, Mr. Beck, your lawyer, can call as many witnesses as he would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Mr. Armstrong, do you understand, sir, you have those rights?
Yes, sir.
You also understand, Mr. Armstrong, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Correct.
All right, but if you want to give up your rights, you can, and you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Armstrong, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand what's in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Great, because these documents tell me, Mr. Armstrong, that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all of those trial rights that we just talked about, but you're telling me that you want to give up those rights or waive them so you can enter into an agreement with the state of Texas on this case. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great, then I'll approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Armstrong, evidently you have a plea bargain in this case. First thing you need to understand about that is I don't have to go along with your agreement.
Yes, sir.
However, if I don't go along with your agreement for any reason, I'll allow you to withdraw your plea and start all over again. So anything you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you if that happens. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Armstrong, do me a favor, sir. Listen up. State's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Let's make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, State.
Your Honor, the agreement is for a $0 fine plus court costs, a sentence of 365 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. The state would respectfully request this judgment be satisfied.
All right, Mr. Beck, is that the agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Armstrong, is that what you agreed to?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Beck, does Mr. Armstrong have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation for any possible defenses?
He has.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
He is.
Mr. Brandon Armstrong, you a citizen of the United States of America.
Yes, sir.
Please tell me, sir, how you plead to the Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest or detention. Guilty,
No.
not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Mr. Armstrong, you understand the court can still find you guilty based upon that plea.
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead?
No, sir.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Armstrong. I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of evading arrest or detention, a Class A misdemeanor. I assess punishment at $0 fine, the cost of court, 365 days in the Bexar County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for all the time that you have served, which means your judgment, Mr. Armstrong, is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Armstrong, this was a plea bargain. You
Yes,
do
sir.
not have a right to appeal. Mr.
Okay.
Armstrong, do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir. Have a blessed day, sir.
Hey, you take care of yourself wherever you're going, man. Stay well, all right?
Yeah, I sure will. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks a lot, Judge. Thanks, Teresa.
We ready on Marcus Garcia?
Yes, Mr. Sheffield, we ready on Garcia?
Yes, we should be.
All right.
Thank you.
Plead on both.
Yes, both.
All right, let's just do this one first then, the top of the page. All right, it's cause number 726-937, State of Texas versus Marcus Garcia. Are you Marcus Garcia?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. Could you raise your right hand, sir? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You can lower your hand. Mr. Garcia, is it all right with you that we proceed with your two pleas by video conference?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Garcia, you are charged in this case with the offense of criminal trespass to private property. That is a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by up to 180 days in a Bexar County jail and up to a $2,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia, you have several legal rights. They apply to both of your cases. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to jury trials and to confront the witnesses against you. Garcia, what that means, sir, is you could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During those proceedings, Mr. Garcia, your lawyer could call as many witnesses as he would like for you or on your behalf in front of those same juries. Mr. Garcia, do you understand, sir, you have those rights?
Yes.
You also understand, sir, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Yes.
All right, but if you want to give them up, Mr. Garcia, you can. And you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Garcia, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes.
Do you understand what's in these documents?
Yes.
Great, because these documents tell the court that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all those trial rights that we just talked about, but you're telling me you want to give up those rights or waive them in both of these cases so you can enter into agreements with the state of Texas in these cases. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Great, and I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in each cause. Mr. Garcia, evidently you have plea bargains in these cases. The first thing you need to understand, I don't have to go along with your agreements. However, if I don't go along with your agreements for any reason, I will allow you to withdraw your pleas and start all over again. So anything you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Garcia, do me a favor, sir. Listen up. The state's going to tell us what the plea bargain is in both of these. Well, just this one case for now, 937. Let's make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, state.
Your Honor, the agreement is for a $0 fine plus court costs, a sentence of 17 days in the Bexar County Jail, time and money to run concurrent, and credit for time served. In addition, Judge, if we're going to go on the other case, that cause number is 726315. That particular sentence is a $0 fine plus court cost.
Hang on, I don't need that one until we get to that paperwork, but it is going to run concurrent with that one, right? 326315.
Correct, Judge.
All right, now is this one judgment satisfied?
Yes, it is, Judge.
Okay, Sean, is that the agreement?
Sorry, yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, Mr. Garcia, is that what you agreed to in this case?
Yes.
All right, Sean, does Mr. Garcia have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him
He
in
does,
this
Your Honor.
case? Has he
He
been
does,
able
Your
to
Honor.
assist? Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
He is, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Marcus Garcia, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Garcia. Please tell me in this case how you plead to the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass to private property. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. You understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea.
Yes.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead?
No.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily, Mr. Garcia.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I will accept your plea in this case, and I find you guilty of criminal trespass to private property in cause number 726937. I assess punishment at 0 fine. The cost of court, 17 days in the Bexar County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. This case will run concurrent with 726315. I give you credit for time served, so your judgment in this case is satisfied by the time you've already served. This is a plea bargain, Mr. Garcia. You have no right to appeal. Mr. Garcia, you got any questions on that case?
No.
All right, let's get to your other case. You are the same Marcus Garcia, excuse me, who is charged, let's see, in 726316 with the offense of criminal trespass to private property, correct?
Yes.
As you know, that's a Class B misdemeanor punishable by up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. You understand?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia, you have the same rights that you had in the last case in this case, and that is the right to remain silent, confront the witnesses against you, and have a jury trial in this case. I do, however, sir, have paperwork in this case indicating to me that you understand you have all those rights, but would like to give them up in this case as well, so that you could enter into a plea bargain in this case as you did in the last. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
Great. Then I will approve your waivers in this case, Mr. Garcia, and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Hang on just a second. Evidently, you have a plea bargain in this case as well, Mr. Garcia. You already know I don't have to go along with it, but don't worry about that because I'll let you withdraw your plea if I don't follow your plea bargain. So now what I need you to do is just listen up, and the state is going to tell us what the plea bargain is in this particular case. Let's make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, state.
Thank you, Your Honor. In addition to one concurrent with cause number 726937, the agreement in this cause is for a $0 fine plus court costs, a sentence of 13 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to one concurrent, and the state would request that this judgment be satisfied.
Mr. Sheffield, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Garcia, is that what you agreed to in this case?
Yes.
All right, Sean, does your client have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him in this case?
He does, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you with preparation of any possible defenses to this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Marcus Garcia, I already know you're an American citizen, so I'll ask you, sir, how do you plead to the Class B misdemeanor offense, criminal trespass to private property in 726316? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
You understand I can still find you guilty?
Yes.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to plead on this case?
No.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. I will accept your plea. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of Class B misdemeanor criminal trespass, private property in this case. I assess punishment at $0 fine to cost of court, 13 days in the Bear County Jail. This cost of court and the time will run concurrent. This case will run concurrent with 726937. I will give you credit for time served, which means your judgment in this case is also satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Garcia, this is a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. All right, Mr. Garcia, you got any questions?
No.
You take care of yourself. Stay well. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Good seeing you, Sean.
Hey, you take care.
Terry, that's
Thanks,
all I
Terry.
got.
And that's it, Judge. That's all. The very last case on the docket, Kenneth Robinson, was dismissed. Judge, you should have gotten
Oh,
that
okay.
dismissal.
I didn't see that. I think
Now,
I did.
Judge.
I did. I signed it. But
Oh, you did? Okay. Judge, I only have the felony attorney of the day here for right now. Karen Corby, can we start with the felonies?
Absolutely. First of all, Valverde and Angelise can leave. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Don't
Okay.
forget to turn off YouTube, Judge.
See ya mañana. Bye.
Bye.